Yes?
My name's John Palmer. You, Margaret Dunn?
Mm-hmm.
I'm your sister's son, Patricia's.
Patricia?
Yes. She's very sick. I was hoping you could come and see her.
Well, I haven't seen her in years.
She's had a bit of a breakdown. Thought if she saw the family again, it might help. Her parents?
They've been dead for 3 years. Look, you're wasting your time. I don't want to see her.
Well, I don't want to frighten you or anything. I really am her son. I'm worried about her, that's all.
I haven't seen Patricia for 20-odd years, and quite frankly, I don't care what happens to her. Now, would you go away?
I'm sorry, but I have to talk to you. Even if you won't come and see her, there's some questions I have to ask you. I want to know about my father.
If you don't go away, I'll call the police. I mean it.
Please!
No, would you just go away?
Well, what else can I do? I can't force her to talk to me.
Calm down. I can't blame her, really. It must have been a bit of a shock.
You think she'd be happy hearing about Patricia after all that time?
Imagine if you hadn't have seen Kevin for 20 years and he suddenly popped up, especially having a nervous breakdown.
I suppose it was stupid mentioning it.
Well, it's enough to scare anyone off.
I hate that sort of music.
Put something else on then. So what are we supposed to do? Sit around here doing nothing while you look miserable?
Picked a bad time to come down, didn't you?
Oh, I'm not complaining. It's just, I don't see there's much you can do about it. Look, why don't we go to the movies? We've probably missed the 5 o'clock show. We can always catch the 8.
Sorry, it seemed like such a good idea, that's all.
Oh, you're getting as bad as Paul Shepherd. You're moaning about things you can't change. Look, why don't you sit down and relax while I cook us a meal? Then we're going to the movies. No arguments.
Bossy, aren't you?
You better believe it. And pick a movie from the paper. A comedy.
Did John send those for me?
Yes. Yes, he did.
That was nice of him, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
He's been very good to me.
What say we get you back to bed?
I brought some things down from Sydney with me, old papers and photographs. I can't remember what I've done with them.
I'll have a look for you tonight.
Thank you. I think I'll just go and lie down for a while.
I'll be with you in a minute. Hello, Patricia Hamilton's house.
How are you, love? I haven't heard from you for a while.
Oh, hi, Mum. Sorry, I've been meaning to call.
How's it going?
It's a bigger job than I thought. She needs a lot of attention.
You don't think she's putting it on?
No, I don't know what caused it, but it's for real.
Well, I hope you can understand us not believing it.
Yes, well, if you saw her, you would. She's right off the planet. Mind you, a lot of that's the pills she's taking.
How is she? I mean, what's she doing that's strange?
Well, she's really vague most of the time. Keeps forgetting things. I got some flowers from Bill for her anniversary. She keeps asking if they're from John. I finally gave up and told her they were. She rambles on a lot, too. A lot of stuff about Dad and John.
Anything you can make sense out of?
No? Thought John was going to talk to Dad about it.
Oh, yes. Well, he did call in yesterday, but your dad was away. David won't be getting back from Adelaide until tomorrow morning.
Seems pretty keen to figure it all out.
There's probably nothing to figure out if she's as bad as you say.
Most likely. Tell you what, Mum, I'll call you back. She's just gone to bed. I want to settle her down.
Okay, love. Oh, and it's my night off, so no need to hurry. Bye.
Okay, call you soon. Bye. Found it, did you?
Yes, I remembered where I'd put it.
What say you hop into bed while you look?
No, I don't want to just yet.
Okay, give me a call when you do, though. Not too long.
time?
Yeah, I had a clear run.
Oh, it's a bit early to unload you, yeah?
No worries, I'll grab a cup of coffee.
Oh, you better see the notice about the roster changes.
Huh?
Well, they had to cut back, and there'll be a new roster out tomorrow. Anyway, you can read all about it in the notice.
Doesn't sound too good.
Oh, you'll be okay. Oh, by the way, your son said to ask you to call in at, would it be Jill's?
Probably.
Would you call in at Jill's for breakfast if you get back in time?
That all?
Yep. Oh, he said it was important.
I wanted to hear it from you, not Mum. Thought we ought to talk about it.
I don't know we had to drag Margaret into it.
I thought she could tell me something.
I suppose if anyone knows, she does. Her and Patricia were like that. I suppose I was only hoping you wouldn't care about looking for him.
You should be able to understand.
I understand. It's just tough knowing that I'm not your father anymore.
Finding him isn't going to change us. A year ago it probably would have, but we're mates now. Whoever this other bloke is not going to change that.
You don't know, do you? Not until you meet him.
The way Patricia's sister was yesterday, I wouldn't worry too much about that.
I still might get through to her.
But you mightn't, so don't go counting on it. We went to the movies yesterday. Everyone else was falling about laughing. Should have seen him.
You'd be the same.
I wouldn't lose my sense of humour. I've got to go for a job interview. Better get ready. Just put the dishes in the sink.
I guess I can understand why Margaret was like she was. Her and Pat are so very close. I kept on saying to Pat when we were up in Sydney, well, you know, before you and Angie were born. Kept on saying, get in touch with Margaret. She wouldn't. So, I'd be the same if I was in Margaret's shoes. Why bother with someone that doesn't want to know you for 20 years?
One visit wouldn't hurt her.
Why are you so keen on that? Her visiting?
Once she sees how Patricia is, well, she should be able to see why I can't get the truth out of her. I hope she'll tell me what she knows. Who he is.
If she does?
I'll go and see him. Tell him I'm his son.
You're doing a good job out there, Dad. Keep it up. You got the right idea, little lady. About time, too. Hello, love. Just about giving you up.
Calling at Jill's on the way over. And John's told me all about it.
How do you feel?
No, I'll just have to go along with it. He's being miserable enough for the both of us. What was that for?
Oh, you know.
Tell you what, I'm pushed.
Hello. Don't sit there, Clancy. You almost did end up with a backside full of cat's claws.
Oh, she would have came off worse.
Yes, the way you've been stacking it on lately, I think she would. Not in front of the kids.
What kids?
Oh, I missed you.
Not that it's any of my business, but I still think you could have stopped him from going.
You're right, Rosie. It isn't any of your business.
And I'd better get on with those upstairs rooms.
Rosie, I didn't mean it to sound like that. I'm sorry.
Shame you couldn't apologise to Wayne, too. Well, you can't blame me. He's always been my favourite. Except for that Gale business. I'm not saying that what he did was right, but he was right about you and Paul. Oh, we've talked about that already.
I know it's a terrible thing for a father to admit, but Paul's exactly the sort of son I've always wanted. As for Wayne, I don't even like him, let alone love him. There's no point pretending I do.
Well, wherever Nancy is, I just hope she can't hear you saying that.
things weren't working out up there, I thought I'd come down and be with you. From what I've heard, I figured you could do with the help.
Thank you, darling.
Gordy was on my back the whole time. Couldn't handle me sticking up for you.
I hope you didn't lose your job because of me.
Well... What?
Just have difficulty remembering things. Doesn't matter, it'll come back.
I'm just glad I'm here. I can help you with any business problems. I suppose the last thing you want to know about is Rambert.
John is living here with me. Now, you two don't get on.
We're okay now.
You're not to upset him in any way. I want him to stay here. I don't want him leaving.
Stop worrying. We'll get on like a house on fire.
Thanks for calling me, Susie. How long's he been here?
A couple of hours. I wouldn't let him see her till she woke up.
And he's with her now?
Yes. From the things I've heard about him, I'd say he's the last person she needs around.
Yeah, think I'll go up.
Thought I heard your voice. Coming home for lunch these days, eh?
What are you doing down here?
Oh, tired. Drove all night. I was booted out from up there. Mother knows what that's like. Thought I'd come and cry on her shoulder.
The last thing she needs is anyone crying on her shoulder.
Yeah, well, I've seen that now. So I'll stay here and look after her instead. Not that your sister isn't doing a great job.
I don't want you here.
Mother's thrilled I'm here. There's not much you can do about it. Oh, I think I'll unpack. Get some sleep. Oh, it's good to see you again. Susan?
Oh, I've missed you so much.
Any luck with the caretaker?
No. She keeps going on about Clause 14A or something. I know what I'd like to do with a stupid lease.
The main thing is she's happy here.
You really don't mind looking after her?
Oh, of course I don't. As a matter of fact, she's come in handy. Gives Dad Palmer something else to moan about besides us.
Doesn't he like her?
Oh, he says he doesn't. But I caught him giving her a cuddle yesterday. He didn't see me.
Yeah, Rosie was the same when I first moved to Woombai. Always complaining about Plan C being in the house until one day I caught her opening the door for her.
Her and Dad Palmer make a good pair.
Yeah. Well, I better get going. John's coming over for lunch.
He'll be tickled pink about the job.
Mind you, the way he's been acting lately, I'll be lucky if he cracks a smile.
I'll give him a kick in the backside if he doesn't. Fancy you and me working for the opposition.
Oh, I didn't know it was across the road from where you work, honest.
I'll believe you. Oh, go on. I know what he's like when he's waiting for his food.
Yeah, he's probably there already.
Hello, Hamilton House.
G'day, Rosie, it's me.
Oh, I've been worried sick. Where are you?
In Melbourne. I'll be living with Mother.
Oh, at least you've got a roof over your head.
Could you do me a favour?
I've tried to talk your father around, love. There's not much more I can do.
Don't waste your breath. I'm a hell of a lot better off here. No, what I want you to do is to tell Gordy to forward my pay. I couldn't be bothered hanging around to pick it up.
All right, love. I'll send your mail on, too. Oh, I'm sorry it worked out how it did.
No, I'm not. Look after yourself, eh?
I thought you were sleeping.
And now, had a few loose ends to tie up first.
I don't want to make trouble. I just want to talk.
There's no need to sell yourself. I've thought a lot since yesterday. I think we should talk too.
I thought you were in bed. Thought you were sleeping.
I wasn't tired. I'm starting to feel it a bit now, though.
That'll be the pills. He's a very good-looking man.
He was a pig. I'm going to bed.
What do you want me to do with those?
Throw the whole lot out.
I'll put them back where you found them.
She has done well for herself, hasn't she?
Right, you can come in. I'll just find my sister. I know it might upset her, but it might do her some good too.
You know what the doctor
Well,
said?
that was last week. This is my sister Susan, Margaret Dunn.
Pleased to meet you.
You're concerned about me seeing Patricia?
It's just she shouldn't be upset.
Oh, Susie's a worrier. Let's go up.
I'd prefer to see her alone. I'll be very calm.
Up the stairs, first on the right.
Thank you.
How did you find her?
Through Grandad.
When was the last time Patricia saw her?
21 years ago. Just before she ran away with Dad.
And you let her go up there on her own. You don't know what's going to happen.
I've got to risk it.
Why? Couldn't you have waited till Patricia was a bit stronger?
There are things you don't know, Susie. You don't reckon I'd be doing it if it wasn't important, do you?
Your son tracked me down.
Why?
He's very concerned about you.
I haven't been very well. But he shouldn't have dragged you into it.
Well, if I hadn't made at least one visit, he'd have kept on pestering me.
Wouldn't have blamed you if you hadn't come. Often thought about getting in touch.
Don't.
Have things worked out for you?
I've managed.
Mummy and Daddy?
I did.
Well, did they ever talk about me?
Look, I haven't come to patch things up. You've been away for so long. What's the point? Your sons are asking for information about Martin. I want to know whether to tell him or not.
How did he find out?
All he knows is that David isn't his father, that's all. I'd say you're lucky. He's very attached to you.
Oh, thank God. You mustn't tell him anything. I don't want him to find Martin.
Don't get so excited. I won't say a word if that's what you want.
But if he sees him, he will find out about that night. Oh, God, if he knew what I had planned to do. If either of them knew. Oh, Margaret, I love my children. I don't want to lose them. Please, stop it.
Quiet now. I promise you I won't tell him about Martin.
Or about the dance?
Or about the dance.
Thank you.
Well, that's all I came for. To know what to do.
But I thought...
Look, you haven't been around for 21 years. What's the point?
You promise? About Martin?
If John finds his father, it won't be through me. I promise.
betting on John finding him then. They wouldn't let a storyline this good pass them by. Margaret, I recognise her from Neighbours. Any idea who she played? The actress is Ilona Rogers, and Shirley Kemp's trusty list tells me that she played Kate Meredith in The Sullivans and Zara Moonbeam in PCBH, but she doesn't have the Neighbours link. And what about the Scottish actor today at the truck depot who gave David the message from John? He doesn't even get a credit. Jan's Guide to Sadland Part 3. Whenever you take a taxi, the fare will always come to whatever you have in your hand. Never take a private telephone call in Gordon's study. It's guaranteed that someone will pick up the extension in the hall and you'll never hear the click. And if you're having a confrontation with someone, talk to the back of their head while they're facing the camera. It's Sing Along a Sad Day tomorrow, so Jan's Guide concludes on Friday. Stay sad and don't forget 5 text page 444.